No, Texas Longhorns they lost to Oklahoma. That was exciting, but at least they weren't running.
So as soon as Mitch gives you the green light, we're good.
We're not on camera right now, because my ears are freezing. Well, they're not freezing; they're just cold.
Do you want me to talk about you so they're burning?
We are at the Nobel Athletic Field here in La Jolla. This is the championship game of the SDAFFL. It features the Number One Fifth Mambas against the Flicks Scallywags. Rich Segal and Joel Trambley about to call the action here. We're about to get ready to start this game for bragging rights for a whole year.
And the Scallywags, it looks like, are going to be kicking off. They are in the sort of bright baby blue. And the the Number One Fifth Mambas are in the green, and they are going to be receiving.
We just saw the Mambas here in the semifinal game, where they defeated the Rain. Meanwhile, the Scallywags pulled off an upset with their semifinal win against the Uptown Tavern Venom. Here's the kickoff. And it is fielded by the Mambas, number 8, and that is Omar Robles.
And that's a nice kick, bounced back into mounds. So we will be starting from where they picked it up, and the flag came off.
Right, it's first down and 10. There are, looks like, 1, 2, 3, 4 officials for this game as opposed to 3.
For the championship game, they often add an official. And we'll just go over the basic rules here for a second. This is flag football. There are 4 downs. You have to pull a flag or go out of bounds to be quote-unquote tackled. It's 7-on-7, and you can get a first down with 10 yards. One other rule is that the quarterback can run once per series, not per 4 downs, but per series. So you will see how they use that run strategically, but here's the first snap.
All right, on first down, Derek Klein looks to throw, looking, rolls a little bit to his right. Now comes back to the left. He is still looking, gets a pass away. The pass is caught by Keith McGonigal, and he comes close to a first down. And it looks like, based on what Neil Kovrig is signaling, with the stoppage of the clock, it should be a first down.
And what you'll see there is we start on when the ball is snapped, it's going to go back to the quarterback. There are going to be rushers from the defensive team. The pucks that the referees are throwing around are actually markers. One is going to be marking the line of scrimmage. The other marks the distance at which the rushers have to start. And then the offensive team has blockers to block the rushers. Right now, the Mamba are using a center and who is becoming a blocker, and then one other blocker.
Thank you, Joel. It is set first and 10. Here's Klein to throw, rolls to his left, looking, and gets away from a would-be flag puller and gains a few more yards as he ran towards the left sideline, crossed the 30, and it will be second down and about 7. The would-be tackler was number 69, Alex Adams. The would-be tackler, the would-be flag puller.
And as you saw there, you got to get the flag. He had a really good line on the quarterback, went for it, didn't quite get it. Nothing illegal about the quarterback's motion to get out of the way. But it does appear that the quarterback ran. He did not throw, so that's his run for this whole series. So until they get a goal, he can't run again.
All right. Second down, about 7 to go. Klein to throw, looking. Pass over the middle is caught and dropped, or no, they say the catch is made. The catch made by Chris Booth.
And we want to take a minute to say hello to our fans watching the Flicks Scallywags at Flicks Bar in Hillcrest on University Avenue, one of the great sponsors of sports here in San Diego.
So that's a first down. And the ball is at around the 37, 38-yard line. Mambas moving from our left to right. And Klein drops to throw. Little flat flip out pass to the right side is caught by Edgar Ramirez, and that's good for about 4.
Had a lot to get in there
3.
at the beginning, but did want to mention that our first kickoff was sponsored by Southpaw Vet. They are in San Diego. They are proud to say they're gay-owned and operated, and Southpaw Vet is your locally owned pet care center with high-quality doctors and pet-loving staff. At Southpaw Vet, they know your pets are family, and they care for them just like their own. Visit their Mission Valley location or on the web at southpawvetsd, all one word.com.
All right, it is second down and about 7. The ball at the 40. Klein yells go. Everybody goes out in the pattern except for the 2 blockers. And now Klein looking and gets his pass away. It's a little too high. And it is incomplete. And it was intended for Omar Robles. It'll be third down.
And what we're seeing here is both teams are doing something a little different here. So the Mambas in green on the offense, they have a center and 1 blocker. Often you'll see a center and 2 blockers. But the Scallywags are only rushing 1 person, and he is effectively getting in there and changing things. Looks to be a very fast rusher. Good, so that lets them drop somebody else in coverage, which may be why Klein isn't finding the openings as fast as he did in our first game.
Third down and 7. The pass over the middle is caught. The pass completed to Omar Robles. The flag pulled, but not before they got a first down. That completion to around the 30, maybe the 29, and results in a first down as the Mambas on their first possession, moving the ball nicely, just like they did. They had very little trouble moving the ball against the rain. So far, they have completed 3 first downs.
And that's what we saw in that game that you may have just watched, was an unstoppable Mambas offense. They scored on every possession until the very end.
On first down, Klein to throw. Rolls to the right side. Stops. Now dances a little bit. Now rolls to the left side. Still dancing a little bit. Now throws to the right side. Caught for a first down to the 19-yard line. Caught by his possession receiver, Edgar Ramirez.
And Ramirez, I believe, started that play as a blocker and then went out into the flat and was able to catch that ball for the first down.
It is another first down. 4th of the game so far. The ball is at the 19-yard line.
And there's Ramirez starting in a blocking mode right now. Let's see where he ends up this time.
All right, here we go on this play. Klein looks and throws to the left side, and the pass is incomplete.
Just off the fingertips of the receiver over there.
It's someone that they haven't thrown to a whole bunch today. We'll try to get his name as soon as we can see his number. It is second down and 10. That pass was intended for Jamie Canepa. Second down, and here's another play coming, another look, and another pass to the left side. This one caught by Robles, who gets free of a would-be flag puller, but eventually the flag pulled by 7, Kevin Vashtek. But another first, it looks like another first down. It'll be first and goal.
And once again, you got to get the flag. Now, if the offensive player is using his or her hands to block the flag, that's a penalty called flag guarding, which you might see later on, but just seemed like that was a miss, and he just kept running.
The young man's name is Kevin Vashtek. So it's first and goal. The ball at the 9. Klein to throw. Looking, pass away to the back of the end zone. Caught! And it is caught for a touchdown.
And just like in college and the pros, that touchdown is worth 6 points. And now we will see if they want to try for a 1 point extra point from 5 yards or 2 points from 10 yards.
Looks like the reception was made by Robles, Omar Robles.
He's been one of their better deep threats throughout the day. Also a little bit dangerous crossing the field out of a slot or a crossing route.
All right, so it's 6-0. The try for the point will be a pass away and caught and then dropped. It was deflected out of Robles' hand, and it So O'Shaughnessy to throw, he's looking, I can't see him, and now he gets his pass away. It's caught by Coletti running free, and eventually the flag pulled by 79 Andre Angel, but good yardage and another first down for the Scallywags.
And again, same basic play they've probably used 3 or 4 times. O'Shaughnessy's looking downfield, seeing if he has something deep. If he doesn't, once the rushers get past the center's free, and he dumps it off to Coletti.
So the ball is spotted at around the 13, 14-yard line. First down, says the official. Who is the referee?
Referee is Sean West. He is the head of referees for the league. And then close to us in the announcer's booth is Neil Kovrig, who has been refereeing for years. He is one of the line judges or down judge.
O'Shaughnessy's pass is caught by Josh Harris. A little quick pass to the right side. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, just going to finish off with the referees here, and then in the back, as your back judge is Lori, and then over there on the line, trying to see right now, that is Blanchard. So very senior people. Sean and Neil and Lori are all in different games the head referee, but Sean takes the white hat for himself today.
All right. This is a second down play, second down at around 6. O'Shaughnessy faked a run, now passes over the middle, caught by Coletti. The flag pulled by Canepa. It'll be third down. Or will it? It's going to be first down, first and goal.
And it looks like the Mambas are going to have to do something to stop that, because their rush is not getting in fast enough to prevent that little dump off to the center.
It's a smart play. If it continues to work, why not continue to go with it? So Captain Coletti to O'Shaughnessy, and then O'Shaughnessy to Canetti. And here on first and goal, O'Shaughnessy with the run. There's a flag that comes from the near side from Neil Kovrig.
Not sure what we have there.
It was a quick conversation between Kovrig. So it's an illegal rush. You want to explain that?
Usually an illegal rush is one of two things. We mentioned the pucks. If the rusher starts from inside of that distant puck, then it's going to be an illegal rush unless another rusher crosses the line first, or if basically in some form the rusher tries to go through a blocker or push a blocker out of the way versus going around them.
All right, thank you for the explanation. Okay, right, that's what we thought. So it's a touchdown for O'Shaughnessy. Ties the game at 6. He only had about a yard to go, and then he was able to just reach across, have that ball cross the plane. But we never did see a touchdown signal from the near side or the far side. All we saw was the flag. There may have been on the far side, but I never saw it. But nevertheless, it's 6-6 with the point after from the 5.
And even though he ran that in, he can still run in this point after as well. And it looks like with the corner open, and that's up.
He rolls to the right, stops, and gets his pass away, and it is caught by Josh Harris, and that is the point after successful. Scallywags 7 and the Mambas 6.
And again, our touchdowns during this game are brought to you by Optimize You Now, a health and wellness center. They offer medications, labs, and all the necessary supplies, coupled with provider visits, which can be done in person or virtually. Perform at your peak by visiting one of their 3 San Diego locations, or check them out online at optimizeyounow.com. That's optimize, letter U now, all one word, .com.
Mambas will start this possession at the 15-yard line. So both teams score on their initial possession.
And as some of you saw if you watched the last game with the Mambas versus the Reign, one stop defensively may be all you need in a game. So we'll see who gets the first one, if anyone. If not, then those extra points are going to come up big.
The center for the Mambas is Andre Angel, and the quarterback is Derek Klein. Here we go, he says. His pass over the middle intended for Edgar Ramirez, who had it, dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough one to catch, was maybe a little bit high, but one that you want to make, and that was basically the Mamba version of the Coletti play. It's just that they have their front line done a little differently. He was a blocker who released, but it was the same idea. Going to go for that short gain. But if you miss those short gains, that's when you're going to have to see those balls fly a little further and go for those big chunks of turf.
All right, thank you. Second down and 10. Ball at the 15. Derek Klein to throw. Right side pass caught by Keith McGonigal. He threaded the needle on that one. The flag pulled by 28, Andy Smith. It'll be good enough for a first down, it looks like, up to around the 27.
Looks like they're actually calling that second down.
Are they?
Again, it's kind of hard from the perspective with
okay.
diagonals, but I see their third down, rather, I'm sorry. I see the markers up there. Lori's got third down on her fingers there as the back judge. That was, by the way, a very nice catch by number 7. That was not far off the ground. He's made some good catches today, and that was another one.
I think I'm going to guess. I think I'm finished guessing where the ball is with this angle here, and I'm just going to wait to see what an official does. Klein stands back in the pocket, now rolls to the left side. His pass is intended for Chris Booth. It's incomplete. It is fourth down.
And so in our league on fourth down, you have your option as the offensive team. You can run a normal play, or you can actually call that you are going to punt the ball. It's pretty rare, because this is such an offensive-focused game, for anybody to punt. The signal that Sean is making now, rolling his hands over like the California Raisins, is that this is going to be a normal play.
Alrighty.
However, if they get in trouble and the quarterback is somebody who's able to do it, they can still sort of sneak in a punt anyway.
All right, it's fourth and a yard. They've not used their run yet. And here is Klein dropping the throw. Looking, now runs to the left side, and that's his run. And he is stopped by number 12, Nick Coletti. They had a little collision on the left side, but he does pick up the first down, and that will be the run on this possession.
So the run is gone, getting that first down, a good use of it. Didn't see it so much by Klein on that play, but earlier in the day on runs, he would hold the ball out to try to get that extra yardage. Technically, the spot should be where the ball is when the flag is pulled, not where the flag is pulled. So sometimes just by stretching that ball out with your arm, you can get an extra couple of feet.
Looks like the ball is at the 38-yard line. It's first and 10. Here's Klein. Stands still. His pass intended for Edgar Ramirez is broken up by Ryan O'Shaughnessy.
I'm gonna say though, I like that play by Ramirez. If you noticed on the footage, he realized he wasn't going to get that ball, turned and already had O'Shaughnessy's flag pulled in case he came up with the interception.
Good observation. It is second down and 10 at the 38. The Mambas 38. Klein rolls to the right, now stops, comes back to the left, stops again, being chased, and gets his pass away. The pass is caught. There's a flag on the play. The pass was caught by Robles around the 38, or the 35 rather, of the Scallywags, but there is a penalty on the offense, illegal use of hands.
I did not see that myself. Illegal use of hands can be a lot of different things. Sometimes to the face, you cannot actually touch the quarterback's arm with their throwing. That usually would be called roughing the quarterback. But probably it was some form of contact outside of 5 yards. We do allow contact 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Might have been something like that.
So the ball comes back. It'll be second down. The ball came back, it looks like, to around the 31 or 32-yard line.
Neil here on the side signaling that they need to go past 2 markers for the first down. There is a flag down on the field, but it looks like all the players have them, so they'll be able to start this snap.
All right, here we go. Klein to throw. He is looking. Rolling to the right, throwing to the right, caught by McGonigal. He fumbled the ball, and the ball was recovered by Kevin Votzek.
So we'll see what the call is here. There really aren't fumbles here. However, that ball never touched the ground. He juggled it and gave it up. So this could be anything. I think that pass was clearly complete. He made a football move, but whether this is Still the Mambas' ball, or whether this goes and turns as a turnover is an interesting question. You can't strip the ball or anything like that, so it may be called that it's a dead ball when he lost control.
It's a first down for the Scallywags.
They are calling that an interception.
So I was incorrect. It was not a fumble. He just juggled the ball, and the ball was picked up on the carom by Votsick. It is first down.
And what you're hearing Sean say, and this is what they're having to explain, is usually fumbles, because we talk about them hitting the ground, would be a dead ball. But when you juggle the ball, it never hits the ground and the other team gets it, it's an interception, effectively.
First turnover of the game belongs to the Scallywags.
And one of the reasons the players are a little upset or befuddled is that is not something you see. You can go games and games without seeing that play. Sean, as a very senior referee, knows all the calls and the rules, and I think he's calling that one correctly.
So O'Shaughnessy brings his team out. 10 minutes to go in the first half. 7-6 Scallywags over the Mambas. And O'Shaughnessy will throw over the middle. The pass caught by Coletti. That play has worked so many times today. And this gain's about, it looks like to me, about an 8 or 9 yard gain. And if Neil Kovac walks to where the ball needs to be positioned.
And if you see, Coletti didn't have a flag by the end of that play. As long as he has it to start, the play can continue. Usually the referees will catch it if somebody doesn't have a flag at the start of the play. If you lose your flag in a way other than it getting pulled, it just falls off you, then you are still able to play, but all they have to do is touch you. So he was down, since he didn't have a flag still on, he was down as soon as they touched him.
Second down and about a yard or two.
Let's go, sports ball.
It is second down. Here's O'Shaughnessy to throw his little flip pass again over the middle. That's been working a lot today. That pass complete to Kevin Votsick is good enough for a first down. Someone across the field yelled, "Let's go sports ball."
Yeah, I was going to cover that too. Sports ball is something by
Right side, and the flag pulled, it looks like, by Edgar Ramirez, and out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be first and goal.
And if the Mamba do not find a way to stop those short passes from O'Shaughnessy, this is going to be a very high-scoring game, because
Way too short and incomplete. I think he's trying to get rid of the ball.
I think so. Again, there is no intentional grounding. It's just an incomplete pass, no penalty on that. That was some of the best pressure they've gotten, and he didn't have something open in the middle.
Second and 10 at the 11.
Clock is stopped with a 2-minute warning.
2 minutes.
2 minutes at the snap.
So for the next 2 minutes to end the half, the clock will stop for out of bounds and incompletions, change of possessions, and on a first down it will stop, but only until the referees get the chain set and are ready to go.
All right. go. He's going to roll to the left side and running towards the end zone. Is he in? Let's see. He is not in.
And I think he is not in by choice. They didn't want to leave that much time on the clock for Mamba to come back and get another score, so that is something to do. However, I will tell you, Mamba did that in a game that I reffed this morning, and they got a penalty, got backed up, and they did not score, and it almost cost them.
Okay.
But that was a clock management maneuver there. So probably also going to look. We'll see if they go for it right away, or if they really want to try to burn some more.
So they needed 10 yards for the first down and 11 for the touchdown. He got the 10. It's first and goal. The clock running. I saw the official set the clock in motion. Here we go on first and goal. Shaughnessy close to the center. He's just taking his time. 10 seconds on the play clock. Boy, they are doing it. Now here's a quick pass to the center.
Yep, there.
And there is a timeout that's been called by the Mambas. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is very serious clock burning that they're doing right now. They are trying to knock it in the end zone until they can take as much time off the clock as they can. You saw the Mamba call a timeout so that all the time they lost was the play. Teams have a total of 4 timeouts for the game. You can use 3 in any half.
Okay.
So if Mamba uses another timeout, this one didn't matter. Next one would take something away they might want for the second half or even later this half.
All right, thank you. Here's O'Shaughnessy with another quick toss to Coletti. And I don't know what happened because I can't see a call. So nothing. It was just a short gain of nothing. Maybe a quarter of a yard.
I think Coletti it's hard to see from our angle, but I think Coletti is standing right in front of the goal line, taking the catch, and then not moving so as to continue to run clock. I don't think they took a timeout again, which means they can take about 25, 35 seconds off the clock here. But all it's going to take for them to score is Coletti taking one more half step to be over the goal line. So unless somebody can get a hand around Coletti and knock it down, this is getting to be a matter of time.
He is covered by Canepa. Here's a quick toss to Coletti again, and this time he is in the end zone for a Scallywags touchdown that makes our new score with Scallywags, Flicks Scallywags 13, the Number One Fifth Mambas 6. That was highly intelligent.
And now so once we are past the touchdown and into the extra point, this is untimed.
Right.
This is an untimed play, so the clock is off until this is over. So
they're going for 1, by the way. They're going to try to increase their lead to 8. So this play will start at the 5-yard line.
And hopefully after this, they'll tell us how much time Mambos will have when they get the ball back.
All right, here's O'Shaughnessy, gets away from a would-be flag puller and finds in the back of the end zone, it looks like Vatzik, and the try for point is good.
And very close there. The rusher did a great job, almost got it, just couldn't quite get that flag pulled. And the flags are not as easy to pull, and what they will teach you in this game is you really don't want to pull the flag per se. You want to pull the belt. It's too easy to run your hand down the flag and not get it. So usually what people are going for is the belt.
Okay.
And the belt is held together by a little plastic clasp, so it should break pretty easily. You sometimes will see the ref remind people to keep their jerseys tucked so that it doesn't interfere with the ability to pull the flag.
We're down to just a few seconds to play here in the first half. The Mambas will start at the 15-yard line. They trail by 8.
Klein definitely has the ability to get the ball down the field. We've seen that in earlier games. I'm a little surprised, as deep as this safety is playing, that Josh Harris isn't even playing back further.
His pass is caught by Edgar Ramirez, who runs down the right sideline and eventually falls out of bounds just at around about the 29-yard line. It's a first down for the gain of 14. The safety who is playing deep to avoid anything long is Josh Harris. I think I heard 27 seconds. Is that what you heard too?
I think so.
Okay. 26 seconds to go. So they do have time And they have, I believe, 3 timeouts left and can use 2 more.
And
is that right?
Yes,
okay.
I believe so. And I would say the weapons that Klein has had that he's used most of the day for deep balls are number 7 and number 8.
He gets away from 17, pass away, to caught by Ramirez, and the flag pulled.
And
the flag pulled by 69. That's Alex Adams.
And not enough for a first down. So if they want to stop the clock, they're going to have to use another timeout. Looks like they're going to do that.
They are going to do that. The would-be flag puller in the backfield is 17, Ryan O'Shaughnessy. 8 seconds is all that we have left in the first half. It's the Flicks Scallywags 14 and the Number One Fifth Mambas 6. Mambas scored first. Mambas scored first. Scallywags scored the last 2 times.
And now you see Josh Harris, the safety, going very deep, just going to keep everything in front of them, make sure that a deep ball can't go. Sometimes they may go for it anyway, or you may see a little hook and ladder play here with some laterals to try to keep the ball alive.
And so let's see what happens on what should be the final play. Here's a pass over the middle. It is caught, and running open is Robles. He gets away from a would-be flag puller, still running. He cuts back towards the middle and then has the flag pulled by Bob McKeever. And that's the half. Halftime here at Nobel Athletic Field in La Jolla. Our score, the Flicks Scallywags 14 and the Mambas 6 here on the Cloud Sports Network. So this is the championship game of the SDAFFL. We've had some very good action today, some high-scoring games. Right now, this is the halftime of the championship game, and the winner take all with, again, the score, Flicks Scallywags 14 and the Mambas 6. And hello to all of you at Flicks that are watching here today. We thank you for, first of all, for being at Flicks and watching us, and we hope that we're giving you the coverage that you need and that your team right now is winning. Hello there.
Hi, sorry about that. And we want to know who you were rooting for. So if you are on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and let us know. Are you a Scallywag or are you
a Mamba?
A Mamba.
So you know what we need to do that we haven't done yet? We need to acknowledge the people that are actually running this behind. So I'm going to let you do that.
Well, so we have a whole team here. Obviously, you see and hear Joel and Rich, who are part of our broadcast team. You've heard Joel before on the microphone. I think the last time might have been at the Sin City Classic in 2020.
I think
right?
so.
Or 21.
Yeah.
2021, you would have heard Joel, and of course, you know Rich, and the rest of our crew is Neil Margulis, who you would have heard us talk about at the gay kickball tournament, the California Classic, this past April at Santee, and of course Mitch Barnes, my business partner, who runs the technology and makes sure everything is working. He's the chief nerd in charge. And then I do want to also just kind of give a shout out to our generator. You have heard our sound come in and out, and it is not the most professional of circumstances. But what has happened is when we are not near a power source, we have to get a generator so that we can give you the sound and we can keep our equipment charged, because this doesn't all just run on battery. And so the SDAFFL has kindly provided us a generator today that just it must be a union worker, because it takes a lot of breaks. It decides it takes a lot of breaks and just will randomly shut off. And when that does, what happens is you lose sound. And so we do want to apologize for that technical difficulty. So if you've been seeing us and hearing us and then all of a sudden you can't hear a thing, it's because our generator has shut off. And so we want to just kind of apologize for that and say thank you for your perseverance. But we do want to know, who are you rooting for? So go ahead and tag them or click the like button, bruise that like button if you would. And make sure that you let us know kind of who you are rooting for. Share this video so that other people can see it. And of course, if you're on YouTube, we want to see the comments in the comment section.
Please.
So we haven't yet had a chance to talk much about the Gay Bowl in Hawaii. That is coming up in October. So let us, we'll go ahead and throw it to Rich here to talk about the Gay Bowl in Hawaii.
Okay, that's going to happen on from October 6th through October 9th in Honolulu. I'm sure that there are many people in the NGFFL family that are looking forward to going to Honolulu to spend a few days there. This will be the first time, I believe, that the flag football tournament, the Gay Bowl, is going to be held in Honolulu. I believe last year it was in Arizona, and I think the year before that it was supposed to be in Toronto last year. COVID knocked that out because of the Canadian rules, and so last year it was held in Arizona, and everyone I know had a good time. I know, being from Austin, there were 3 Austin teams there, and they all performed rather well, and some of them are looking forward to going to Honolulu. So
it was supposed to be in Honolulu in 2020, and of course COVID wiped out that season, and Toronto was next up, and so it was going to be in Toronto and then come back to Hawaii for 2022, but of course then Toronto, because of COVID rules and Canadian travel, of course then the Arizona Cardinals stepped in big time to help bring the Gay Bowl to the Phoenix area.
Their contribution to the Flag Football League has just been amazing. As we talked about in the earlier game, how at the NFL draft in April, the Arizona Cardinals' 3rd pick was announced by a gentleman named, where is his name? I should know this already, Joel Horton of the Arizona Arsenal, and he announced that the 3rd pick for the Cardinals in that draft, 3rd round pick for the Cardinals in that draft, was Cameron Thomas, who is a defensive end, and he played for the Aztecs at San Diego State. So the Arizona Cardinals' contribution to the Flag Football League has been absolutely immense, and I think that should be a signal for more professional franchises to step up and do the same thing, whether it's football, and even if it's not football, if it's another sport for another league, that you would hope that some of these sports franchises realize, hey, there is value in what the Cardinals did for the Arsenal and for the rest of the Arizona Flag Football League, and it was just so much fun to see that draft announced.
And you might remember a couple of years ago when the Gay Bowl was back on the East Coast, the New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft came to the opening party and said, "We're glad you're here and thank you so much." And the Patriots were a big financial contributor to that, as were the Seahawks with hosting a Connect conference. So a lot of these NFL teams have seen the value in partnering with gay organizations, and baseball teams are starting to come around. We're starting to see that now, aren't we, Joel?
We are, and we're seeing it more because actually Major League Baseball has an affiliation with NAGA, which is the National Softball League. And so not only is there a national level support and partnership, but also they are encouraging more and more teams to join. We've had some wonderful support from the Padres in our softball league here. And I believe it was very recently Pride Night at Dodger Stadium, because I saw some Rainbow Dodger jerseys up from LA.
Right, absolutely. And in fact, for those of you who know Eric Braverman, or if you've ever heard of him, Eric and his husband got married at Dodger Stadium, so it was a really amazing experience. Eric is one of the executives for the Dodgers team, and they were kind enough and gracious enough to let Eric and his husband get married there.
He's a softball player, right?
He is,
and he was just inducted into the NAGA Hall of Fame.
He'll
be inducted in
Dallas.
A few months.
So this gives us an opportunity to talk about, what are we doing tomorrow?
What are we doing tomorrow? Here in San Diego, Saturday is football day, Sunday is softball day.
And so we will be out there. We will have at least 3 games. And if you're good, maybe we'll do a 4th.
And we will have power, an actual power outlet there, so we won't have to rely on the generator.
And hopefully it'll be warmer. It'll be less cloudy. We've gone almost completely, we are completely overcast here in La Jolla. But it's been a breezy day. We've had some elements to deal with. Had a little drizzle earlier, but it's been fun to be out here today. And for the first time, being able to do a football game like this has been real fun. And Joel has just been spectacular. He has taught me a great deal about some of the rules, so that I will be a better official when I go back to Austin.
Well, when we got this contract, we definitely, Joel was the first person I said, "So hey, what are you doing?" And he says, "Well, I think I'm refereeing." And it's like, "Well, we're not going to start until you're done." So. Now we are at the second half, so we're going to turn the cameras around, and while we do that, tell us what these
Mambas?
The Mambas have to do to win this game.
Well, so the simple answer is they need to stop the Scallywags. For those of you who saw our last game, there's the kickoff. The Mambas' offense was never stopped. Well, now the Scallywags are ahead, and somebody's got to stop them.
The kick was fielded by Vatzik, who runs the right side, is still on his feet, and eventually the flag pulled by his number counterpart, and that is Keith McGonigal. But an excellent return to the 39-yard line. Good field position to start the second half for the Scallywags.
good field position. You may have noticed number 7, Vostek, holding the ball with 2 hands and moving it. Might just be how he likes to hold it for safety, but the other thing that does is make sure neither of your hands is guarding your flag. He was moving, he was running, he was beating people, but he didn't commit a flag guarding penalty, in part because his hands couldn't go down.
Right. So they will start close to midfield, 1st and 10. Coletti the center. O'Shaughnessy the quarterback. He's had a very good game. He's thrown very few incompletions. And on 1st down, O'Shaughnessy will throw. He looks again, moves a couple of steps. Now a delay to Coletti, and Coletti crosses the 40 to around the 32-yard line. That could be good enough for a 1st down, and the flag pulled by, looks like Angel.
We're not keeping stats specifically here, but I'm pretty confident saying Coletti is their lead receiver for this game. Many plays have ended with a lot of looking by O'Shaughnessy at deeper options, and then a flip to Coletti over the middle, and whatever he gets after the catch.
I'm going to guess he's caught about 8.
One other note I wanted to make about the Gay Bowl is what is online in this game is the championship of this league. The Gay Bowl is an all-star team from San Diego, actually multiple in the different divisions, usually 2 or 3. So the team that wins this league does not necessarily go to the Gay Bowl as a unit.
Oh, okay.
Unless something has changed this year. In softball, that's the case. The teams that win the various divisions go to the World Series as a unit, but usually what is sent from San Diego are all-star teams.
That pass was intended for Alex Adams, falls incomplete. It was a very quick flip to the left side, but it fell incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard to 2 yards. O'Shaughnessy, the quarterback, sends Adams out to the right side this time. And on the left side is Josh Harris, far left, as well as Christopher Jackson, who hasn't caught a pass yet today. Oh, he's on the sideline. That's why he hasn't caught a pass. This pass is caught by Kevin Votzek, and should be good enough for a 1st down. No, he is standing. He is on the field. 35.
As Roman mentioned, is a little temperamental, so we'll try to make sure you can still hear us through the new microphone.
All right, here we go on 1st and 10. O'Shaughnessy rolls to the right. Now we'll run. He crosses the 30, cuts back in at the 25, down to the 20, still on his feet inside the 20, and then the flag pulled by McGonigal, but a nice run by O'Shaughnessy picks up about 15 yards.
And that is his only run for this series, but he got a lot out of that run, probably good use of it, and they are very close to scoring here and going up by two scores.
He not only got inside the 20, he got inside the 10. So 1st and goal, and the ball at around the 7-yard line. And on 1st down, O'Shaughnessy can't run the ball. Instead, a quick flip over the middle, caught by Kevin Votzek, and that is good for a touchdown. Touchdown, Scallywags. They lead 20-6 with the point after coming up.
And if you think about the possession so far, that ball was rarely in any jeopardy of being gotten by the Mamba.
Oh.
It was a run, it was short passes. The incomplete pass to number 69, Alex Adams, that kind of rolled off his shoulder, was probably as close to a chance at a turnover that the Mambas had there.
So now they look to go up 15. They're up 14, 2 touchdowns. They'll be at the 5-yard line. O'Shaughnessy will run the ball to the right side, and he is in for the point after. And that now makes the score the Scallywags 21 and the Mambas 6. He's been very efficient with his passing today.
Very efficient, and again, not a lot of long throws. Usually chunks of 8 or 10 yards from 5 or 6 yard passes, maybe even less, then a few yards after the catch. Just to remind folks, he did use his run during that series. You get your run back for the extra point.
Thank you for that. The Mambas will take over at the 15-yard line. We're about 5 minutes into the second half. 21-6 the Scallywags. Hello to all of you at Flicks that are watching us. We're glad you are there. And we hope you're enjoying it and hope that you're enjoying your team. All right, Klein to throw. Left side pass to Edgar Ramirez is caught and dropped at around the 25-yard line. Second down.
And did want to remind that we have a sponsor for our touchdowns during this game, and it is Optimize You Now, a health and wellness center. If you want to perform at your peak, then you want to optimize you. You can check them out at optimizeyounow.com. That's optimize, letter U now, all one word.com.
All right, thank you. It'll be second down and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock. Here is Klein to throw again. Pass out to the right side, cutting in over the middle. The pass is caught. There's a flag on the play. The man still on his feet, running free, is Omar Robles, and he eventually has his flag pulled, it looks like, by Vodzik across the 30, but there is a flag that is thrown by Neil Covert.
Yes, that flag is flag guarding. So what happened there is usually flag guarding is seeing as the motion is blocking the flag with your hands. I'm not sure that's what Robles did there. What I think he did actually was jump, and you cannot leave the ground with 2 feet as a jump or a dive to avoid a tackle. I think that's what they called the flag guarding on, was that little hop that he took to avoid getting his flag pulled right about 5 yards from where they're spotting it now. And so it is a tough penalty. It is a loss of down. If you go far enough, you would get a first down anyway. You still get the first down. But if it brings you back behind the line to gain, you lose the down.
So it's now 3rd and 10. Klein to throw. Pass away. Caught Ramirez at about the 30. Runs free at the 40 and has his flag pulled by Vodzik. First down. Just inside the 40 at around the 39.5. Ramirez came free from the middle to the left sideline, and he was the recipient of a very nice pass thrown by Klein and picked up yardage for a first down. The ball inside midfield.
And this is good play by the Mambas. They have to keep pace offensively, but even if they score on every possession, one of these times they're going to have to stop the Scallywags if they're going to catch up.
And they have not done that yet. So here we go. The ball just inside the 40. Andre Angel the center. The quarterback is Derek Klein. He drops to throw. Standing still, now rolls to the left side. Gets a long pass down the left sideline. Caught again by Ramirez. Gets free of Vodzik's would-be pull. And eventually the flag pulled, and it looks like by Minor Aragon. Is that number 1?
Yes, and I believe that was number 1.
Okay, so it is a first down, a long completion.
Those microphones are dead, so I'm going to take them away. This is your microphone.
Okay.
So it'll be first down, and it is 1st and goal. So that completion good for around 35 yards. And Edgar Ramirez making a difference for his team. We've seen more receptions out of him than we have from the other receivers, as he's been able to get free frequently here in the first half plus. Here's Klein rolling to the right side. He's going to run now, stops and gets his pass away, and it's incomplete. It looks like it was intended for Robles. No, not Robles. He's wearing glasses. 20 minutes left in the second half. I can't read the number.
I think it might have been number 10 Henderson that was going towards. As you say, in the glasses. But even on that great throw and catch that got them whatever that was, 30 yards, that ball was in the air a long time, much longer than you've seen O'Shaughnessy's balls in the air. And while it wasn't picked, there were defenders around it, and riskier in a way that the Scallywags just haven't had to do yet today.
The would-be receiver was 13 Chris Booth. Okay, so now we have that. Here's Klein dropping the throw, left side pass intended for Ramirez, off his hand and incomplete. Third down.
Aragon, who already had a good pull, now coming in with just enough of his fingertips on the ball to send it for an incompletion.
Alrighty. Third down and goal to go. A literal must score for the team in green, the Number One Fifth Mambas.
And we have talked about Flicks quite a bit because they are showing our coverage at the bar. Number One on Fifth, another great bar in the Hillcrest community right there on Fifth Avenue, and a longtime sponsor of many sports in the area.
Klein to throw. Rolls to the right side. Rolling more to the right side. Now gets a pass away. Caught! Caught by McGonigal. 21-12. And you would think that they would go for two. And they are going for two. I can see Neil with 2 fingers up. So they'll try to reduce this deficit from 9 to 7.
McGonigal always good for a little transfiguration, making something out of nothing.
Nice. Nice. But can he turn into a cup or a cat?
All right, here we go. This is the try for 2. The ball spotted at the 10. One-handed grab by Klein, goes to the back of the end. The pass is deflected and incomplete. The pass was deflected by 2 players, one of whom was Rob McKeever. And I'm trying to see the number of the second player, but there were... Yep. The pass again falls incomplete, so the deficit remains 9. Jamie Canepa was the intended receiver, but again double teamed, and the other player in the backfield along with McKeever was number 2 Josh Harris. So it's first down for the Scallywags at the 15-yard line. They lead by 9 inside of 20 minutes to play.
And that's a 2-score game. Now, there's plenty of time for multiple scores and attempts at extra points, but right now, that 2-point miss hurts.
Here's O'Shaughnessy rolling left, and did he get his flag pulled? He did. His pass intended and caught by Coletti, but I believe his flag got pulled first, and it looks like that might be King Mike. No, that's not King Mike. That's number 9. That's Matt Wong.
Matt Wong, yep. King Mike taken off the field earlier in the first half after an injury. Can't see him on the sideline to see how he's doing. Hope he's okay. And that was a good rush, and I think the first time they've really gotten O'Shaughnessy down back there. If they can really start to get in there, they might have a chance of stopping. This is a second down and over 10 yards to go.
So there was a loss on the play of about 2 to 3. O'Shaughnessy rolls to the right side. He's going to give his run now. He is running open across the 20 to about the 23 or 4 yard line. It's third down.
Let's see, we got the Blanchard there. Yep, about
third down and a yard.
Yard short. O'Shaughnessy's run is gone. Probably really hoping to have gotten the first down on this one, but again, we've seen that little pitch play to Coletti multiple times. Wouldn't be surprised to see that shovel pass here, and I don't think they'll be trying to waste clock right now.
So third down. You can hear them say, watch Coletti, don't let him catch anything short. Here's third down on O'Shaughnessy with a shovel pass to the man they said, don't let him catch the ball, and that was Coletti with what I think is his 9th reception of this day. Just a little flip
and very hard to defend. You really have to dedicate somebody to covering that on the line, and then you're taking them out of the coverage. You're taking them out of other coverage and opening up deeper folks. Given how well O'Shaughnessy has been able to work through what they're doing defensively now, might be smart to try something a little different, but again, might just give you 10 yards instead of 3.
Clock continues to run, waiting for an official, waiting for the referee to let us know how much time is left. This is going to be a first down play, 1st and 10 and around the 28 or 29. And O'Shaughnessy looks to throw, he rolls to the right, fakes a pass, now throws down the right side, and his pass is complete to Rob McKeever, who goes in for a touchdown.
So it looks like the receiver caught him with a nice little stop and go. O'Shaughnessy ready for it, kind of faked it, then threw it over him, and got a little bit of used the referee a little bit there for a block. That is not illegal. So a nice play, and
so it's 27-12. With the point after, I think they would just go for 1. Try is for 1 point, says the referee. Tell me his name again.
That's Sean West.
Sean West.
And the Scallywags in no hurry. Up by now well over 2 scores.
All right, here we go. 27-12, the Scallywags looking for the point after. The center is 41, Katie Ott. This passes away and incomplete.
Almost got back to it, but not quite.
And that pass intended for Vodsek.
So with that missed, they're down 15. So similar place to where they've been, which is they're going to have to get down there and score, and they're going to have to hold them. And then they're going to need some extra points out of this.
Yes, they are.
They can get up to 16 out of 2 scores, so they can do it with just 2 scores, but they're going to have to stop the Scallywags.
So that was the 4th possession for the team in electric blue, and it's their 4th touchdown. At the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Mambas. They trail 27-12. And a flag. As soon as the ball was hiked to the quarterback, a flag. It's a false start. Is that right?
I think that's what
I saw him.
Yes, there it is. There's the false start signal.
So the ball comes back to the 10, still 1st down.
And actually, King Mike is back out there as number 5. Looked like he was either blocking or in the slot there. So good to see him back after the injury.
Probably a cramp, I'd say.
Probably a cramp. They've also played multiple games today. I think the Scallywags may have been one of the higher seeds. They may have played one less game at least than the other team here.
On 1st and 15, Klein's pass is caught by Ramirez, who has been his go-to receiver in this game. The ball completed up to around the 21 or 22-yard line will come up a little bit short of the 1st down. But a nice gain. Let's see where they spot the ball. The down marker at the 22. So a gain of 12, but not enough for the 1st down.
And some catches by McGonigal, but as you say, Ramirez has been a mainstay here, and we've seen a lot less of Robles than in the other games that we watched the Mambas play. Probably a coverage issue. I think one of the reasons the Scallywags have gotten this far is their defense.
So on 2nd down and about 5, here's Klein to throw. His passes to the right side is caught. It will go for a 1st down. The pass completed, and I think it's his first reception of this game to number 23, Jeremy Stumkes.
And it looks like they're just going to give them the flag pull on that one, but as you saw the shirt come out, that could have been a hold. But I think what they're seeing here is that the referees felt like the flag came off at about the same time, didn't really make a difference in where the play would have ended.
It's 10 minutes to go in the game, I think is what I heard Sean West just say right now. It's a 1st down. The ball spotted at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, in what is a must-score possession for the Mambas. They trail by 15. And Klein to throw. Over the middle to Ramirez. He catches the ball and then is immediately has his flag pulled by Minor Aragon. So it'll be a gain of about 6 or 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 or 4. So, 2nd down. There's McGonigal coming over towards us, and then going towards the right is Chris Booth. Here on 2nd down, Derek Klein calling at the helmet, the quarterback. He drops to throw. He wants to go long. Instead, he goes to the right side, and his man is open. The pass complete to Omar Robles, who dekes a man and dekes another man, and then has his flag pulled by Josh Harris.
So right after he asked where he is, there is Robles. Getting a lot of yards after the catch. You can see some of the same moves as before, but nothing that met the flag guarding criteria, so he got all of those yards, and great play.
And that was Edgar Ramirez that asked our Roman Jimenez if we got that on camera, looking to the camera and saying hello. Anyway, it is 1st and 10 at the 12. That was a 38-yard reception or thereabout for Robles, and a big one at that. Here is Klein dropping to throw. He looks to the left, now looks to the middle, looking, now goes to the right to McGonigal, incomplete. Try to make a one-handed grab. The ball was thrown a little bit behind him. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And I do hope we have that for Robles, and it's great to know that the players know that we're doing the coverage and are looking at it and wanting to see it. And we hope any of you who know are telling their families and their friends on Facebook to get on and watch it. We got a few minutes left that they can still see friends and family playing some flag football in the championship out here on a Saturday.
So 2nd down and 10. Ten seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds on the play clock. Here's Klein dropping to throw. His pass over the middle, caught by Ramirez, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Mambas. 27-18. Now, would you go for 1 or 2? You're trailing by 9.
You know,
at some point you need to.
At some point you need the 2. I tend to be a believer in going for the 1 and getting it because I think not getting the 2 is so deflating.
Okay.
I'd probably try to get the 1 and get 2 later. Looks like they're going to do the other. The advantage on this side is if somehow you still need 2 more scores, you know that now instead of next time.
Right.
I don't know that there's time for that.
And Klein resets his belt. And he still has his run. Well, he would have had his run anyway. Here's Klein's pass to the left side. It's incomplete. It was intended for McGonigal. He stared him down, and that gave Vatsak enough time to come over and make the deflection and the passing complete. So it's a 9-point game again. Scallywags 27, Mambas 18, and now they just need to get a stop.
They just need to get a stop.
And they still need 2 scores. So you're right. They should have gone for 1. Hindsight being what it is.
And I don't know. I know, they talk in the pros about the book for whether you go for 1 or 2 or the spreadsheet. I don't know if there is one for flag football, but I've never seen any of the coaches here pull one out.
Okay. First down for the Scallywags Flicks. The Scallywags Flicks. The Flicks Scallywags, sorry.
Scallywags.
And so they'll come out to the 15-yard line to start this possession. They have scored on all 4 of the possessions that they had. 2 in the first half, 2 in this half. Ryan O'Shaughnessy's pass over the middle, intended for Rob McKeever, is incomplete. 2nd down.
And I think the Mambas, again, there we talked about before, they're just going to need one of those to bounce into their hands because they're not going to get a lot more.
Sean West says 5 minutes to play.
But I don't think O'Shaughnessy's going to throw a deep ball that has any chance of being picked. I think a little bobble like that needs to drop into one of the Mambas' hands, and then we'll be back into a one-score game.
Alrighty, thank you. It's now 2nd down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes to play in this football game, the championship game of the SDAFFL. Here's O'Shaughnessy to throw. He's going to run the ball, rather. He comes across the middle, still on his feet, and has his flag pulled by, looks like Derek Klein. But he gets a first down, and that will keep the clock running. They'll stop it momentarily to set the ball, and then the clock will continue to run.
And the Scallywags clearly in no hurry here. No need for them to be. The clock is their friend at this point.
First down, the ball will be spotted at around the 36, 37-yard line. Coming up to 4 minutes left in the game. And I think the Mambas only have 2 timeouts left. Maybe just 1.
I think it may just be 1. I think they used 2 of their 4 in the first half on the defensive end on those plays to Coletti that didn't score, and then I think 1 on the offensive end as well. So
O'Shaughnessy's pass is caught by Vatzik, and he gains yardage, enough yardage for a first down. The flag pulled by 79, Andre Angel. Kevin Vatzik's caught about 10 passes today. I may be overachieving on that one, but he's caught a lot of passes, and he's definitely leading his team in receptions this afternoon.
Also with some good defensive plays.
Yes, he surely has. You're right about that. He just made a good one on the try for the 2-point conversion on the Mambas' previous possession. Here we have a first down. 10 seconds on the play clock. O'Shaughnessy, a flag goes down. Vatzik makes the catch, and then the flag pulled by Andre Angel, but we do have a flag. It was thrown by Neil Kovarig.
And we may have to watch the footage, but I'm gonna think Coletti might have the most receptions by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah,
if we watch
I agree.
The footage.
You're
we'll
right.
See.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Vatzik might have the yards, but I think Coletti's going to have the receptions.
It's a 5-yard penalty against the defense for an illegal rush. So they'll move the ball 5 yards. It'll be first down and 5.
Again, probably something about trying to go too hard through the rusher or not around them, because the penalties for the rushers starting ahead of that little puck usually are things that are only induced by going on to...
2-minute warning. We have 2 minutes on the clock.
2-minute warning. So a 9-point lead and the ball. The Scallywags from Flicks are just 2 minutes away from capturing the SDAFFL championship for 2022.
Yeah, so what you saw there, and hopefully it was good sportspersonship, is asking if they just wanted to end it. People are tired. There can be injuries. We've seen some bad injuries in different games through the years at the end of games, but the Mambas understandably want to play it out, and honestly, it's not quite out of reach yet if they can get a turnover.
Here's O'Shaughnessy just hanging out in the backfield and then having the flag pulled by Jamie Canepa. And I don't think that the Mambas are going to use their timeout. They would need 2 scores, and they just don't have enough time as we're inside of the 2-minute warning. We've got about 1:45 to play. He is a very intelligent quarterback. It's been a joy to watch him play this game.
Yeah, as we
Actually,
mentioned,
all the quarterbacks,
yeah.
but Ryan in particular, he's very heady.
As when we talked about the draft, there's a variety of experiences, but we have quarterbacks who played quarterback in youth football, maybe as far as high school. I'm not sure we've had any college quarterbacks out. And you can see the Scallywags bringing in some more people. One of the goals of this league is to get people playing time and get them better.
So the Flicks called it timeout Flicks. See, he made the same mistake that I did. Timeout Scallywags, and I guess maybe that was to get some people in that haven't played a whole lot today.
Usually you would see in the season games a lot more turnover and making sure people get in. Ryan has been good at that. Other quarterback we mentioned, Eric Reisner, is amazing at that as a coach.
Yeah.
But during these championship games, really they put the best 7 out there that they can for the defensive and offensive situations.
I see Nicole Willis came into the game, and so did Katie Ott. O'Shaughnessy has his flag pulled by Jamie Canepa. Somebody else came in that hadn't played today. That was Chris Fleming, and that's the game. Ball game is over. Your champions of the SDAFFL for 2022, the Flicks Scallywags, and all the folks at Flicks are just celebrating their team having won this championship.
And that was a great game. You can see them slapping hands right now. And honestly, these games get competitive and intense, and these were very clean games. Nobody was getting hurt. Nobody was trying to, go into the edge of pass interference or worse. These were really clean games, well officiated, and great to watch.
Yes, the official did a wonderful job. It was a pleasure doing all 3 of these games. Neil Margolis, thank you. Mitch Barnes, thank you. Roman, thank you. Do you have anything you'd like to say? All right, we're going to cut it from here. We'll be at softball tomorrow, so we hope you'll join us then. I want to thank you, Joel, for everything that you taught me today. I've learned so much about flag football that I can take back with me when I officiate in our league in Austin. So thank you very much for all the lessons that you have taught me today. It's been a pleasure working with you.
It is always a pleasure and an honor to be with the voice of gay softball. I'm happy to do it and look forward to being in the booth with you again soon.
I hope so. From all of us to all of you, thank you for being with us. You've been watching the SDAFFL Championship game here on the Cloud Sports Network. Good afternoon.